pleasant good evening. A group of teenagers are out for a ride. They haven't a care in the world, and then it just suddenly goes wrong. One boy ends up with his chest ripped open and his beating heart exposed. After a grueling recovery, he manages to resume life as a normal teenager. I knew that science, and more specifically medicine, was somehow always going to be a part of my life after seeing that episode of a medical TV show. At the tender age of 6, I decided that I was going to become a doctor. Quite naturally, I was drawn to science in school. It has always been my favorite subject. Being given the privilege to experience what scientists before me have discovered, conducting experiments, witnessing the effects of breakthroughs and cutting-edge procedures, and yet still cognizant of the fact that we have only barely skimmed the surface, has kept me captivated to this very day. For as long as I can remember, I have always tried to incorporate science into my everyday life. Even now, as I think back, I can remember the very first time I was given the task of cleaning fish. I took my biology textbook along with me and made a science lesson out of it. When I was finished, I could comfortably tell you about the anatomy of a fish and nothing about how to clean it. Not surprisingly, I was never asked to clean fish again. As I got older and more exposed to the world of medicine and healthcare, I realized that my dream needed some expansion. After having to witness relatives and friends suffer as a result of poor healthcare service, after listening to strangers express their fear and uncertainty about healthcare and its providers, reality hit me. Just becoming a doctor would never be enough. I would have to also become an advocate for change. It is very disheartening for me to see and to hear the way Vincentians react with an attitude of fear and resentment rather than comfort and hope at any mention of the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. It is indeed sad to say that many of us have lost faith when it comes to our country's primary healthcare facility. Just think for a moment. How would you feel if you received a call saying that your sister, your uncle, your mother, or your son took ill and is being rushed to the hospital right now? How would you feel if it were you in that ambulance? Would you be nervous but still hopeful? Or would your thoughts head straight for the worst case scenario? It is my dream that St. Vincent and the Grenadines can be home to a healthcare system worth boasting of and that I be a part of it. I want to be given the opportunity to serve my fellow countrymen in a way that they deserve, with passion, with dignity, and with humility. Just as the doctors on that TV show were able to give that boy a second chance at life, I want the opportunity to give the sick and injured comfort and hope. As I stand before you this evening, an accepted student of the St. George's University School of Arts and Sciences, I am pleased to say that I am now I will have the chance to affect positive change in our healthcare system. For I have finally found myself on the road to ultimately achieve what has always been my childhood passion and dream, becoming a medical doctor. And who knows, maybe if I'm lucky, I will be able to grab a tiny slice of the vast scientific and medical knowledge still left to be discovered for myself. Toastmasters.